Albert banged into the house and called out from the bottom of the stairs, "Mum! Dad! Where are you?" Only after he had yelled 3 times and heard no reply did he realise that Gordon and Portia would be out picking up his grandfather to bring him back for supper. That was the very reason for Albert leaving work so early. But the horrors of the tube journey had banished all such thoughts from his mind. He stormed angrily into the kitchen at the sound of the phone, swung his bag viciously onto the kitchen table, not caring if he cracked the screen of his laptop, and pushed the phone off its hook, letting the receiver dangle down and bang against the wall. Java the cat wound around his ankles, and he kicked him away. "Shit!" he yelled. "Shit on everything! Shit you all! Shit, shit, shit!" Breathing heavily through his nostrils, he took the newspaper from his jacket, sat down at the table, and read the article for the 12th time. Java sat coldly in the corner, ignoring him with great dignity. Cafe Unethica. A coffee scandal was brewing in the world of ethical trading this morning when it was revealed exclusively to the London Evening Press that Gordon Fenderman, founder of Cafe Ethica and darling of New Labour and the eco-conscious chattering classes, had cheated an entire African community out of their land rights and destroyed the way of life of a whole people in order to start up his business. The so-called cooperatives that Cafe Ethica claims to be supporting were actually, according to sources on the ground, bussed in from a tribe 200 miles to the east of the plantation. Sources say that this was the result of a corrupt arrangement made between Fenderman, 41, and the local government, which is composed entirely of the rival majority tribe. These disclosures will rock the rapidly expanding world of ethical commodities and cast fresh doubt on New Labour's business judgment. Only 2 weeks ago, the Prime Minister, in a speech to the city, referred to Fenderman's enterprise as a beacon of light that led the way to new ways of trading with the Third World, words which he must now be bitterly regretting. Reports say that Fenderman, who is married to art historian Portia Fenderman, struck a deal in 1998 with the minority tribal leaders, who turned down a lucrative offer from a worldwide consortium in order to do business with Fenderman's new company. They were led to believe that a deal with Cafe Ethica would be in their best interests, offering profit-sharing, improved working conditions, and the promise of a secure future for their people. They were horrified to discover that the terms of this contract in fact allowed Fenderman to evict them from land they had owned for countless generations and replace them with workers from another part of the country. These displaced people now face a future of starvation, disease, and homelessness in a country where their tribe has few enough rights. Fenderman's personal profits from the local government deal that kicked these people off their land and from the growing sales of Cafe Ethica products have been calculated to exceed £1 million a year. Comment, page 12. The comment on page 12 was unspeakable, just unspeakable. Albert felt that his whole world was crashing down around him. It seemed impossible to separate the various strands of his despair. His father! How could such a thing be written? How dared they? It must be lies. He knew his father too well to believe anything else. But it would hurt him so deeply. He was a proud man. Whatever the outcome, mud would stick. His work! For 5 months, Albert had been toiling away in the field of ethical trading. He had broken new ground and achieved great things. He was proud of what he was doing and how it would help the world. Something like this, however deeply untrue it so manifestly was, would dwell in the mind of the public forever. The consumer's hand would start to close around a product whose labelling contained the word ethical, and then draw back as if stung. "Oh, yes," they would say to themselves, "wasn't there some nasty fuss about these types of companies? Better stick to Nescafe." And all that good work would be undone.